My bad. Alright, so this is my video on what I think the best, like, what I could find for Beyblade storage. I bought like 4 different ones, 4 different storage type systems, and I'm going to tell you which one I like the most, which the cons of some of the other ones, and some just, general information. So, I got 4 different ones. Don't mind these other ones that look the same. I messed up. Well, no, I didn't really mess up. But if you're on Amazon and you see like these orange ones, they're all the same. I'll just tell you straight up. All of these are the same, so it doesn't matter. So pick the cheapest one. The same quality, the same build. Let's start with this one, right? Let me walk in my camera. So this one, I see like a Beyblade website advertise it, and I'm just gonna show you how this works, if it's nice or not. The quality is pretty good. This you can remove the dividers. It's double-sided. There's a sort of a window. I wouldn't say it's the clearest window. It's a little foggy. There's a handle. There's some extra spaces on the top. And yeah, there's just another side, so you can like have double the space. I'll say this was not the one I'm sticking with. Reason why is this. Even though I really like the build quality and everything else about it, I did not like the if the dimensions were like a little bit bigger, like a little bit taller, I would have been totally fine with this. I would have kept this one. But like, I can't really close this all the way, and like you have to push down, and I don't like the idea of me pushing down and like applying pressure on top of my base. Even though like it looks nice and it's like, oh, you can see the full face in the front, right? Did not like it, right? Because I don't like the idea of like applying pressure on the plastic bits, it's gonna get ruined over time. So this is not the way for it to go. If you have really small blades, I don't think it would matter. Like this one, these first gen ones, like they don't take up that much space and they're not that big, so you could put these in without applying any pressure. But with these big ones, nah, dude, I'm not sticking with this one, so I don't like this one. So that's the first one, right? The second one, so that was around like 20 bucks. You can find that on Amazon for 20 bucks. And I got this on Amazon. And like all of these definitely, they definitely can put your bays in. But the reason why I didn't like this one, even though like it's a nice window, like it's all clear, and they just don't look as nice, and it's like, this is like super cheap, so it doesn't even exactly close very smoothly. Yeah, it looks pretty nice, but then if you like move it around, it falls over, and it's not like the best way to display your bays. They have to sit like upright. So I didn't like it. So I was like, all right, I just would rather not get this, right? So this one's a no-go. But if you really like this is 10 bucks, and this is by far the cheapest option. And then this one is by far the best looking ways to display your bays. Just take a couple of these out, right? So there's a little foam padding in the front, and you can kind of just plop your bays in, right? It's not like perfect, right? If it's like really tall, it's gonna hit the plastic first. But yeah, like this looks really good, and I was really pumped for this one because I'm like, this is such a good way to display your bays. The reason I don't like it is if, for this, you have too small of a blade and it just doesn't sit in correctly, just wobbles around, and you technically could cut like one of these foams out, place it in, and it sits a little bit tighter, right? But let's say you close it and you move it around, right? Move it around, like it looks all jumbled up and it looks out of place. So if you have it upright, it all falls down. It all falls down. You open it back up, it's not gonna look the same. So it's not bad if you have this just laying here, like if the storage is just, you know, sitting upright like this, is not bad. But you have it moving around constantly, it's not going to look good, and it's just going to keep hitting the plastic, so it might scratch the bays instead too, so it might be worse. But if you just needed like a good storage place for a nice way to display this, and you're not going to move it around a lot, you get this. I think this was like 15 bucks or something. Actually no, this was like 18, closer to 20 bucks. Not bad. I was really pumped for this, but I decided not to settle for this. Maybe if the foam was a little taller, or the height of this was a little shorter, right? A lot of this had to do with like dimensions. I couldn't find like the perfect dimensions for all these to fit together. And the one I finally decided to keep was this one, this red one. Initially, I did not like it, but after looking at the other 4s, this is the one I'm settling on. This one has handles, has a locking thing. It doesn't feel like super janky. And I'll tell you how I fit all my bays. So the bays fit in pretty nicely, to be honest. Thing I disliked about this case at first was I didn't really like how they all sat in the case, right? They all kind of sat upright, and that's the issue I had with the cheapest one. But you can still, there's still kind of some like it's not like straightforward, right? You can still see some of the faces on the window right here, and the window is a lot more clearer. You know, it's just like a clear window for each of these slots compared to the orange one. So I definitely like this one. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm pretty sure all the ones with dividers, you could remove these dividers, you know, if you wanted to. If you needed more space for something, definitely could remove them. But this is the one I'm settling on. There's a lot of space. There's dividers. There's a clear window. They all fit in nicely. None of the window plastic is conflicting with the other bays. So this one is by far the one I like the most. Let me fill it up so I can show you how clean it looks. Do I have a way all these prize bay right here. And then what I also did was, since like I have so much space and I don't have like bays on me right now, I put in these like stock light launchers, and they fit perfectly. If you turn these the right way, they all sit upright, and it kind of looks nice. So did this. Oops, clock this in. And then I got this one, and I just put this. I put this driver right here. All the string launchers, I just took out the dividers and I placed them in here. Put a driver there. I put the alternating spin tool down here. Close it up. None of the plastic is hitting each other. There's a locking thing, a nice handle, and There it is. Look at that. Look how nice that looks, dude. And if I do ever get more blades, I can fill it up with these slots and I'll put these launchers somewhere else. But I mean, tell me this doesn't look good, bro. Tell me this don't look good. Nice window, display all your stuff. You can display some other accessories for bays in here. Drivers, disc, you know. It's nice, right? There's no applied pressure from the top, inflicting. So yeah. Stalhart. This is the case. This was about 20 bucks, and this is what I settled on.